Right. Alright, here we have Nano as well. Nano is as well in. Just a little bit late-ish, I guess. I don't know. Fighting the Devils, what he had after the F2 race, maybe? I don't know. I heard slightly that he didn't have a great time, I think. Okay, now he has left the party. A little bit of issues there with connecting, but we will go ahead with the F1 Spanish Grand Prix in HOR Season 5. Oh, there we go. By the way, Nana, we are live immediately, just letting you know.
Alright.
So, yeah, after last week's interesting Grand Prix in Spa, where DC has taken another victory, 5 out of 6 victories in the season, and he's actually, well, he can actually win the championship here in Spain. He just needs to outscore,
F1 Kid.
Yeah, F1 Kid by 17 points, Sink by 20, to win the championship, basically. Hopefully he does it this week, so that in Miami that there isn't going to be anyone else saying this. Nah, but it's all good. Yeah, and as well sprint, and with Seb finishing in P2, he moves up as well. With Drilla finishing in P2, up the field, up the standings. Everyone gets second with 64 points, Zinc 61 points, Chimp 49, Seb 43. Same with Nikolai 43, Yingaboy 38, Drilla 37, Ace Matt 18, and Dylan 17. In the constructors, though, Aston Martin, they don't have the chance to win the championship here because, the other Aston Martin that has been Galley or the other reserves haven't been able to contribute into that P1 that they have as much, but they're still in P1, almost double the amount of points of McLaren. Aston Martin with 159, McLaren with 86, Alfa Romeo with 80, Ferrari 61, AlphaTauri 59, Haas and Williams have 55, Alpine 47, Red Bull 30, and Mercedes are still dead last from pretty much the beginning of the season, pretty much. Yeah, you wanna say again the penalties?
Incidents.
Yeah.
Sure. I'm if I seem a bit off, I had a terrible race.
Yeah, I could tell that in the first, like, even before you joined. Like, I saw in the F2 media plan that you didn't have a... I could feel it, that you didn't have a great race.
Muggy left the server. Gabby is blocked by Rob. Rob has a quali ban. Left the server. Gabby makes weaves on Nikolai. He's given a 3-second penalty and 1 penalty point. We won't see any more repeat incidences of him weaving though, since he's gone.
Yeah.
5-second penalty and two penalty points to Gabby. 5-second penalty and 2 penalty points to AM7. 5-second penalty and 2 penalty points to Gabby again.
Those don't really matter anymore.
Yeah, no, he's gone. Yeah, 5-second penalty and 1 penalty point to Hermex Vampy. And a 5-second penalty and 1 penalty point to JSTM11. And Jenga Boy gets a penalty point for no POV. He kind of cheated that penalty there. So basically, he took out Reese, his teammate,
Yeah.
and when they got reported, they both just didn't send in POV, so there was no evidence.
Yeah. I mean, that's smart.
Yeah.
Let's
So
be real.
instead of getting 5 seconds and 2 penalty points, he only got 1 penalty point. Obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty strategic, but it's a bit dirty, I'd say.
Yeah, I mean it is. Let's say it is what it is. It's a small move that he didn't send a POV, so that he isn't gonna get a penalty or Chesney, or both. I don't know. And now since I am in the FIA now, I can as well tell what there have been going on in the F2 and F1 races in more detailed fashion, as we are about to start with a full grid of full-time drivers and a few reserves. Signed in Leo to Mercedes, Chiami and Trent to McLaren. Going to Mercedes, and that's pretty much it with the reserves. I think Vampy has signed to Alpine now, no?
Signed. Yeah,
Well,
I think so.
Hold on. Yeah. He has signed to Alpine. I think, well, even for the last week's race, but I guess I didn't just say it or whatever. But yeah, Zinc isn't racing, or at least that's what we don't see him in here. So that's one championship rival less for DC. Still, he needs to worry about F1 Kid and Seb again.
Oh, I wanna say something. You might. I don't think he's worrying a lot. Not because he's in the lead. Well, obviously because he's in the lead so much, but I think he's planning to start from last.
Yeah, I mean, if it's in one shot and then sprint and then that, then it's easier to come back like that.
Same thing in France.
It is easier.
I don't know
to do.
though. I'd encourage against it because of Seb. Wait, is Seb in?
Yeah, Seb is in.
Okay, yeah, because Seb's in now. I'd encourage against that, but his choice.
I mean, Seb isn't even in the title contention really, because he's like 100 points behind.
It's not that though, but like in his position, you want to what? Like go for the win record, all-time win record. You want to get the most wins in the season or something.
I mean, yeah, but
I mean, you can coast it. Yeah, what? Go on.
I mean, to be fair, the percentage, because in a season with 10 races and then pretty much last season that there were more, and probably in the earlier seasons there were more races, then I don't think
the record,
the percentage, the winning percentage of the season, that's more of that, because with 10 races in the season you ain't gonna break anything in terms of that. As you go into OSQ,
he can. I think he actually can though. But go commentate on.
I mean, in a season. I mean, in quality, I don't really care honestly. it's just it's just there
it's
until like the third sector. What is gonna happen? First sector is really like one braking zone, and then you need to really exit well out of turn 2, and then that's pretty much it. And then of course, showing like speed as of right now, Sir Nikolai is in front in the lead, but yeah, we still have time to talk shit, talk absolute garbage.
The current record is held by Seb, obviously.
Yeah. Is it in a season?
It's in a season. Yeah, he got 7 wins out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. He got 7 wins out of 13. It says I can beat that. And the all-time percentage as well.
I mean, to be fair, yeah. JSTM, Rob and Youngboy have retired. I mean, yeah, to be fair, he can. With as well Seb down in 14. The DC, of course, starting last. F1 Kid is on pole position. which is very crucial for him. Leo P2, and then the rest, I don't know. I honestly despise OSQs.
Fair.
Like, I mean, doing OSQs in itself, I mean, they're pretty interesting because it's just one lap, but then commentating them is absolute ass. It's
you can't
absolute
really
ass.
commentate on anything.
Yeah, you can't really commentate on
anything.
anything. Yeah, you can't really commentate on anything, like you said. But yeah, F1 Kid is on pole position. Leo P2, Vampy P3, Chin P4, Driller P5. You will get it. Trent P6, Wave P7, Juno P8, ASR Matt P9, and Gally rounds off the top 10. And it's Goya, Chesney, Nikolai, Jamie, Seb, JCM, Rob, Yengaboy, Dylan, and DC. And now you can go.
I feel like, what's the fuck? I forgot. Oh, I feel like if you have a short quali and a sprint and a 50% race, it just takes a lot of time. Like, it's just a lot of time.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but I like long races, personally.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind a full quali. You know, I wouldn't mind a full quali. Like
a full quali, like what? Even Q1, Q2, Q3.
Yeah. I mean, of course,
I'm telling you know.
if there's gonna be a sprint, then a SQ. But if there's no sprint, then a full quali. You know.
Clipsy. We're not. This isn't F2, and I don't really want to talk about what happened. You want to, in short, Cezoy is terrible at strategy.
Ferrari strategies from Italy. 2 lights,
Yeah,
3
man,
lights,
he's
4
got
lights, 5 lights, and lights are gonna be out, and away we go here in the sprint. Kid doesn't get the grace of stars. Leo gets away better as they're going now side by side through the main straight. Leo is gonna have the inside going into turn 1, and Leo is gonna try and hang around the outside. There's a little bit of contact between them, but Leo takes the lead going into turn 3. Beautiful move around the outside of turn 2, and now going into turn 4. Kid is looking for a move on the inside, tries to a little bit scare Leo to go wide there. Yellow flags already. That's for an Alfa Tauri. That's GSM. Leo and F1 Kid are still fighting, but Leo manages to keep his lead going down the hill into turn 7 and 8, and now up the hill into turn 9. He's still keeping the lead, and next possible overtaking spot for F1 Kid is going to be in the turn 10 defaulting corner, but I don't think he's going to be able to really make a move. There's someone going wide down at the back. That's Dylan. DC already up to 12. My guy is on something suspicious here. Dude started last, and he's now already up to 12th. Whereas Seb, who started like 15th, is still stuck in 15th. As there's one of the Alpha Tauri spun, that's Sir Nikolai, and Dylan as well going into the pits for a wing change. So that's 3 alphas, two different alphas already in their own troubles. Leo's DC already in P10, going into the first sector of lap 2. This dude is an absolute machine, but not a machine in terms of giving strategies, as Seb has left the session and retired. And Dylan as well retired, but Seb has retired already on lap 2. Maybe a disconnection issue, as DC makes a beautiful move around the outside of turn 9 on Jono. Beautiful move by the Italian. And his next target is going to be Wave. Honestly, DC can just be on the podium at this rate. Like, lap 2,
well,
P9.
His main worry is over and done with. Yeah. Wow.
I mean, Tifei is kind of low on ERS if we're talking about turn 3. Lap 3. Seb has come back, so it was a disconnection issue, or an internet issue, as Gally go for a move on Trent, and Gally is ahead of Trent. So actually, for Seb, it was a disconnection issue, which means that that as well. You're risking of your car being DNF'd as it happened for him. DC already in the points in P8, already scoring 1 point in the sprint, and it's only lap 3. This man, I'm saying this again, is an absolute machine. Not in strategies though, or as a strategist, he can't.
No, he
can't
really.
do anything.
I know that firsthand. I have to. Well. Speaking more on that race, I should have listened to. I should have listened to Drill. I'll be honest, but you know, Chesney, you bottled that win. I reckon you should have stayed out and let me box. I don't know. You know what? I'm not going to say that. That's not fair. That's not fair.
Okay.
I'm not saying anything. Continue.
There's activated. DC isn't gaining on Trent, but Trent is gaining on Galley. Is he gonna send it? No, he isn't gonna send it. Galley is already low on ERS. Galley stays in P6 at the back. Rob and Chesney are fighting for P15, and Rob is ahead of Chesney on the exit of turn 2, going into turn 3. I know these corners very well, as Chesney tries to go into turn 4 on the inside. Rob tries to go for a switchback. Now he's side by side with him around the outside into turn 5-ish. Rob gonna hang around the outside and just about there on the exit.
It's still going.
And Chesney is gonna have the inside, but they're still going side by side, going through turn 7 and 8. And Rob has made a beautiful move around the outside of turn 7 and 8. Turn 7 and 8. Turn 7 and 8 is...
It's still going!
Yeah, no, Chesney's not gonna send it in here.
He's back, so.
But, Rob has lost it! And Chesney is gonna go ahead with this. Well, they've already lost the DRS, so they might just as well fight it out between themselves. Rob is gonna have the DRS for this main straight, so Rob is gonna easily overtake Chesney, to be honest, as does Acer Matt on Jono, and Jamie as well overtook very easy Jono because he doesn't have the DRS. Jamie and Matt fight it out for P10 side by side through turn 2 and into turn 3. Jamie is on the inside, and Jamie is going to be ahead going into turn 3 on the exit of turn 3 and going into turn 4.
There's a tap on the back from Jamie from ASR Matt.
Yeah, and now side by side with ASR Matt and Jono into turn 5. Sorry, Yengaboy is trying to get himself in there. The driver that sees the most around his car.
Jono's already flashing. What? He's on 11%. He's on 11%. He's drained.
Yeah, he is completely drained. From ERS, as DC is already up into P7, overtaking his fellow countryman, although he's still side by side with him, going into turn 12, but he's already ahead, and he's up into P7.
Yeah, Jono. Oh, God.
But as well, DC is
just going to get picked off here by, what's his name? He's going to get picked off by Goya as well. Goya has, what, 30-40% more ERS. Yeah, it's strategic. I mean, it's a way faster grid. I don't blame him. I'd do the same if I was an F1. You know, I'd be in the same position. But yeah, terrible strategic move from Jono. But yeah, I mean, he's keeping it clean. He's keeping it clean. Good to see. He's keeping it clean.
Yeah.
Yeah. This pack from Jamie to Jono. This is a good little pack to watch. Are there any other? Oh, there are.
From P1 to P9, which, as I'm talking about P1, there's been a lead change in the front. F1 Kid has re-overtaken Leo on lap 6 going into turn 1, and as well Trent has re-overtaken DC to take back P7, as Vampy and Drilla are fighting for P4, and Vampy is ahead of Drilla, so Vampy moves up into P4. Galley's next target is Drilla, although Galley doesn't have much ERS, and Leo now is very close behind F1 Kid's gearbox. He isn't gonna use any ERS, just use the DRS, and should he be ahead of him, although F1 Kid is still hanging around there because Leo has lifted, so F1 Kid actually managed to keep his lead, because Leo doesn't want to give F1 Kid the DRS for the final lap, or to start the final lap, ahead of F1 Kid, so he wants the DRS for the final lap, basically what I said the second time.
I mean, yeah, I think he might have also seen better of sending it down like that. You know, it's a double. You know, you don't want to send it down, and you don't want him to have the DRS. I think that's the right call there from Leo.
Yeah. Yeah. 18 people watching. What the fuck? First time that there's actually so many people. As Wave is trying to send it on DC. There's a little bit of lag from Wave, but it hasn't caused DC to spin, thankfully. DC is just hanging in there in P8, just watching what the people are gonna be doing up ahead, as Vampy is very close behind Chimp, who, well, Chimp is actually running in a great place at the moment in P3, but he might get overtaken by Vampy. No, he isn't. Leo again does the same strategy like last lap, initially going for the move, but then backing out to not give the DRS to F1 Kid.
The good thing here is he's also got what, nearly 15-20% more ERS than F1 Kid. That's gonna matter a lot on that final lap when you're just, you know, dumping all of it. So yeah. I mean, I think we're in the position to see a really good final battle here between the two front runners.
Yeah, and DC has overtaken Trent around the outside of pretty similar to what Szczesny and Rob are doing. Trent drops down to P9. What?
I don't want to interrupt you, but we have got Seb Goncalves in the Twitch chat. What are you saying, Bo? He's saying dog shit game.
Okay, I'm
inclined to agree. To agree.
It is a very dodgy game, let's say that. Leo again to the right, although he actually overtakes F1 Kid this time on lap 9. So Leo takes the lead of the Grand Prix, going into turn 1 on lap 9. Bit of a weird strategy of his, actually, now that I'm looking at it, but first he didn't want to give the DRS to F1 Kid, but now maybe he's saying that he maybe has more pace than F1 Kid, so that the gap between himself and F1 Kid is actually more reasonable to stay ahead when on the final lap. Azrila is right behind Vampy, going into turn 7 and 8, but he isn't gonna make the move. Behind him, there are the two Aston Martins. I don't think Gali is going to be letting DC yet, because Wave is very close behind. Let's look at the down pack. There isn't much happening either. Jamie has the DRS, Acermat doesn't. But Jamie, of course, doesn't want to overtake Acermat yet, as DC is led through by Gali through turn 12.
Team orders.
Yeah, team orders going in heavily. So that's DC up to P6. Now Gali needs to... No, Gali doesn't need to watch out from behind, because Wave is too far back and has no ERS, like pretty much the rest of from DC to Trent, as Jamie overtakes Acermat into turn 1. Fairly easy move. And Rob overtakes... Rob as well overtakes Szczesny into turn 1.
Oh, poor Szczesny. Oh. In fact, if we have like a safety car or we have a lot of downtime, I've got a poem about Szczesny Reese. We could entertain the viewers with it.
Looking at the... Might have to wait until after the race, but you should be able to take control of the main race if you are in the lobby. Yeah, he is gonna... Yeah, he is gonna get it.
If Seb's not, but if he can't, he's saying he's not
gonna
bother. So that's okay. Hopefully he will. Hopefully he will.
Trent,
who's that off?
Trent is off, and as well one of the rebels. That's Matt as well off. In turn 10, two other drivers out. Well, spun, and now we begin the final lap of the race. Leo, does he have the big enough gap over F1 Kid? F1 Kid is closing, but not enough. Leo had the big enough advantage over F1 Kid going into that final corner on the penultimate lap that he stayed in the lead. His strategy to actually overtake F1 Kid on lap 9 into turn 1 actually paid off, but he still needs to hold off his charge going into turn 10. There's still one clear overtaking opportunity where F1 Kid can make it, but F1 Kid is half a second behind, now 6 cents for some reason, 7 cents. Maybe because of a little bit of lag, now almost 8 cents going into turn 9. Leo should have a clear way now through this final sector to win the sprint race and take pole position for the main race. Only 3 corners to go. And now it's gonna be only 2 corners to go through this reset. Well, instead of having a chicane, these fast right-handers. And now Leo takes the win in the sprint race and takes pole position for the main race. F1 Kid P2, Shimp takes P3, Vampy P4, Drilla P5, DC from P20 up to P6, Galley P7, Wave takes the final point, Jammy P9, Yengaboy P10, Goya P11, Rob P12, Chesney P13, Jono P14, Trent finishing in P15, Acermat P16, and then the 2 Alpha Tauris P17 and 18, and then Seb P19, and then Dylan in P20. DC of course takes that drive today, no doubt about it. You know, no doubt about it. And now Kid has gained 4 points on DC, so actually DC needs to, well, basically F1 Kid, or if DC wants to win the championship, he basically needs to win and then F1 Kid to score 0 points, or as little as possible. Probably like P2 is going to be enough. So DC win and then F1 Kid P9. Yeah. Hold on. Yeah.
Whenever we can. I don't know.
Or wait. No wait.
No, I'm thinking. Wait, let me go back to the stream.
Yeah.
God's sake. And there it is, there's Twitch. Let me see the comments.
Yeah, they're just Seb is discussing on that. Can I have the Chesney Race poem, please? What? Okay.
Oh, they want the poem.
What?
They want the poem. Do you mind if I'm gonna have to do it quick.
What is a poem?
It's like a thing, a little story that rhymes about Chesney Reese.
Tell it quickly.
So in shadows cast, a figure stands, Reese, a name that echoes through the lands. But beneath the facade, a tale unfolds of deceit and trickery, so the story goes. With honeyed words and charming guise, Reese weaves a web of cunning lies. A charlatan.
Three lights, 4 lights,
We'll continue later.
5 lights, and lights are gonna be out, and away we go here in the main race. Leo does get a better start than F1 Kid, who is on the mediums, Leo on the hards, and Leo should be in the lead going into turn 1, although F1 Kid's still on the outside. He's still gonna be there, no contact made, and Leo takes the lead of the Grand Prix. Or still has it. DC on the hards from P6 to P3. This guy is on steroids. On the hards as well. What is this guy? What sort of pace, what sort of launch control DC has? Because there's no way that he can just do that. From P6 to P3, and as well in the sprint, on the first lap, 9 positions up. This guy is mad. DC is already sniffing F1 Kid's gearbox at this point. Drill up P4, Chimp down in P5, Galley up into P6, as there is loads of carnage, a little carnage at the back. There's three cars wide into 12. This cannot end well, as there are two cars. That's a Mercedes and an Alpine. That's Goya and Vampy. Spun on the exit of turn 12 going into turn 13. This never was gonna end well, since there were three wide on the exit there. Chesney down in P18, Trent down in P17. Seb, and there's a Ferrari spawn. That's Wave on the softs, dropping down to P14 and maybe even P15, but he's almost taken out Yenga Boy. He's almost taken out Yenga Boy there. Ooh,
what was he doing?
I don't know.
Why would you go for the inside there? He was like, come on, Josh.
He was on the outside.
Wait, he was on the outside? No. Wave was on the outside, right?
No, he was on the inside.
No, Wave was on the inside. Wait a minute. Is my POV screwed? Wait a minute. No.
Like on.
Am I looking at a different Ferrari?
Into the entry before turn 4. Wave was on the inside.
Wait a minute. I think I might have seen. No. I think my POV was messed up. Wait a minute. You continue. You continue. I need to sort this out.
Okay. Goya has pitted, so he is down P20, 27 seconds behind. Vampy JCM moves up to P9 as he has overtaken Jono into turn 1. Behind there are side by side Matt and Seb. Matt and Seb made a little bit of contact. Oh, Seb has been forced wide, and Seb has spun round with the contact made with Matt. And Seb has now been dropped down behind his teammates. No, it's not. No, it isn't. And pretty much, well, it has been pretty much from the beginning of the weekend that Seb had very little chances of even staying in the contention, and DC goes a little wide, but Kid can still keep his chances alive going into Miami if he doesn't get outscored by DC by 21 points from since the sprint. F1 Kid finished P2 and DC was 6th, so but DC is close beyond F1 Kid. He is using ERS. F1 Kid isn't, and DC is going for the move, and he's gonna go for the lead immediately. Leo, he doesn't have anything to answer. DC on the inside, and it goes a little bit wide. Leo tries to go around the outside into the inside of turn 3, and he has Reesing in lead going into turn 3 and into turn 4. Leo is still in the lead, but DC is up to P2. Seb has left as DC goes onto the grass on the exit of turn 4, which costs him P2. Jumps up to back down to P3. With that little mistake, 2 mistakes in 1 lap has cost him P1 and P2 separately. And yeah, like you said, Seb has retired.
Well, we have a bit of downtime here. I would like to say, going through track limits, we have Jenga Boy on 2, and we have ASR. I think like we have a few on 1, and we have Jenga Boy who's on 2. So Jenga Boy most likely will be the first man with track limits, 3-second penalty.
Jesus. Alright, Chimp close behind Drilla, but he's not catching. Galley is neither. There's a massive DRS train from P1 down to P16. Chesney is just about there, I think, but he might not get the DRS. Galley is right behind Chimp. Tries to go around the outside. Chimp leaves him around the outside. Galley, of course, has the mediums in these opening laps, so he's gonna have better grip on the outside. Now on the inside, there's a little contact between them. Going into turn 5, Chimp is gonna get a better exit, and Chimp keeps his P5. Of course, with this battling, they are risking of not having the DRS for the next straight, which is going to be crucial.
We have a situation here. Goya Ninja, who's disconnected, he's so far back that Leo is like about to lap him. The problem with that is he's getting DRS now, so it's going to be like way more difficult for F1 Kid or even Sezoi to overtake him because he's his disconnected. Yeah, his disconnected teammates just pulling him along with DRS.
I don't think. No, he's not disconnected. He's just ghosted.
He's just wait, really?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Because of the ghosting, and now DC has moved up into P2 ahead of F1 Kid with the better tires, of course, which I forgot to put out the graph. DC with the at this point on worse tires, he's actually up into P2 from P6, which is very good for him. Of course, he still needs F1 Kid to, I don't know, spin the way Zbinella, I mean from 2019 and 20. Yeah, he just needs to spin or just retire. I don't know, have incredibly bad luck and just drop down to the pack, down to P9.
As Lewis Hamilton would say, blue fucking flags. Why? Oh, and like I predicted, I can see into the future. Jenga Boy with the 3 seconds. Blue fucking flags overtaking already, Leo.
Yeah, that's 3 seconds already on lap 6, where you don't get that many warnings. There's not that many places really realistically that you can get the warnings. Goya is still helping out his teammate, which is, well, very nice, considerably, but DC is still catching up to Leo on the straight, even though Leo has the DRS on Goya, which is very as well interesting, considering the fact that he's still catching up to him in the corners, or keeping up with him in the corners.
Can this be reported? Because
no.
How long can they ignore blue flags for? Because like these, like surely he gets a penalty soon for ignoring blue flags.
I mean, he doesn't really care any at this point. It's for Goya. He's reserve. So
yeah, I mean Goya. Surely Goya gets a penalty for ignoring blue flags.
I mean, it will be in the game as Sir Nikolai has spun on the X of turn 8 and jumps down to P17, out of the DRS and out of the contention of getting points. Just for Sir Nikolai, the weekend hasn't gone well in this race.
He has the pace for good performances as well. You know, P2 at Austria. You know, good stuff from him.
Austria was like.
Yeah, great. He got driver of the day for that as well.
Yeah, he was something else on that day. He was something else. Seriously, he was something else that day. He almost won it, for Christ's sake. He almost won it. But yeah,
he almost did. Yeah.
Leo, in the meantime,
God.
Still in the DRS of his teammate, of course, but there's a lot more ERS than DC. DC has about 27%. In the meantime, Leo has 70, which is a massive advantage for Leo. As JCM overtakes Rob, and Rob is out! Rob is out of the Grand Prix, and that's a full car safety car in the Grand Prix. And this is massive news for F1 Kid, because now he can just pit for Hearts and go home. Go until the end of the race. Leo and basically all of the hard runners are in a bit of a pickle. If it's the saying, if it's the correct saying that I'm saying, and as well, I know why
that is the correct. That is the correct idiom. Yes.
Yeah. Goya, is he? The hard runners are just dead out. Okay, makes sense. But Chimp as well goes in. Whoa.
Did Leo cut the pit lane a bit there?
I don't know.
Because he faked a move. He did definitely fake a move there. But yeah. I
mean, where does the line start even?
It's like
we'll see it. But yeah, most of the grid has pitted for hards or mediums, depending on which tire were you. But definitely Leo and DC have a big buffer of Sir Nikolai, Yengaboy, Matt, Jammy, JSCM, and Galley, which is beautiful for DC. Very
I'm
beautiful.
sure Galley would be under. I'm sure Galley is going to be under some orders to back up.
Yeah, of
JSTN
course,
and
of course,
people
of course.
behind.
Of course. I mean, it's gonna be like Jake Benham with Jarno Opmeer. If you know,
Yeah.
if you watch somewhat F1 Esports. I don't watch it, but I just know stuff.
Yeah.
Insta,
Yeah,
social media.
I don't need to watch F1 Esports to know that Thomas Ronhard's the GOAT.
Many people will probably disagree. Maybe for interesting reasons. All the
Crash
allegations. That's
Hey, no. In a LAN event, in F1 Esports Bahrain, he won the race by what? 4 seconds, 5 seconds. Stick those grip hacks up your ass, mate. What? Did he have the No, he would have to have the USB with the fucking grip hacks stuffed up his prison pocket to have grip hacks there. No way he had grip hacks.
I mean, well, yeah, of course, I'm not saying that he had grip packs or not, but you know,
No, obviously
allegations are still allegations.
I'm talking about I'm talking about the people who say who think that he was using grip hacks, not you.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's quite impossible because I'm on console. Like like almost impossible to.
Yeah, I know, I get that. I meant not you, as in I'm not saying you're the. I'm not talking to you.
I know.
Stupid.
I know. I'm no.
He knows.
Yeah, I know.
What? Are you do another one? Do another one. Like I know. No. You had a rapid fire.
I know.
Oh god, we're just waiting for the safety car to be in, aren't we? This doesn't matter. You could go get a coffee if you wanted to.
Coffee at 10:40 p.m.
Oh, don't be a little wuss. Be a man. You think it's in this lap?
That's being an idiot.
In this lap? We'll see.
Unless you're doing a night shift to like overall a night shift, then yeah. But if not, then why are you drinking coffee at 10:40 p.m.? Okay, whatever. We go into the race. We'll not talk about coffee. Leo is gonna be the safety car is in this lap. Leo is gonna be managing the pace under these conditions. Now he doesn't have the help of his teammates giving him DRS, but DC has the help of his teammates and all the cars behind him down to P8 that haven't pitted. Leo is going, he's going, and we are back racing, not green flags yet. Now we are at green flags, and DC is gaining on Leo. Leo is weaving like crazy on the straight. DC is trying to go around the outside into turn 1. Beautiful camera from DC. DC still trying to go around the outside. There's contact between DC and Leo. In the back, there is yellow flags that Jamie spawn in turn 1, but DC has taken the lead into turns 1 and 2 and 3, and now into turn 4. He's still in the lead, which means that he's probably gonna keep the lead until when he's gonna pit, or when F1 KT is gonna catch up to him. With him, he has already overtaken Sir Nikolai, which as well Drilla has already done. Chimp tries to go as well. F1 KT spun. F1 KT has been spun. This is crucial for the championship. I called it before the safety car. DC would need F1 KT to spin or something happen. Bad luck. And I called it. Dylan is as well dropping down. So the two alphas have dropped down already to P15 and P16. Dylan has absolutely no luck this season. And neither has Kid at this stage of the season. Vampy has already overtaken Nikolai. Not the harder.
Close. I clipped it. Clip that shit.
Not the harder. Not the harder. I'm not a racist. But yeah, Chimp already trying to go up the inside of Yengaboy into turn 4. I can't.
We're gonna demote you to tier 3 comms now next season.
I mean, to be fair, I would do them.
You're going to the gulag of Helix. You're going to the gulag of Helix.
I mean, to be fair, I would do them, but it's like 10 p.m. for me, so I don't know. Like, genuinely, I would probably do them, but since it's 10 p.m., I don't know, do I really want to do it? Drilla up the inside of Acermat into turn 10, and he's ahead of Acermat into turn 11 and into turn 12. Youngboy dropping down to P8, he's gonna drop down to P9 as he's getting overtaken by Vampy. Clearly, that's a decision to stay out on those hards and mediums hasn't really paid out for them. Theirs has been enabled. Youngboy goes a little wide, and now he's getting attacked by Chimp and Wave J, mainly by Chimp, but maybe Wave can as well look for a move. And Wave, no, he doesn't. He looks at his back though. He kisses it, well, Youngboy is still in P10. In the meantime, Drilla has overtaken Acermat as JCM has spun in turn 3. He's dropped down to P13. He's dropping down to P14 now, behind his teammate. And
it seems the Mercs are gonna try and do what they were doing before again. Leo, what's his name? Goyo just needs to get ahead Leo for the main straight.
I mean, they can't really do that because, well, to be fair, at this point, they're just towing Galley.
God, I don't.
Oh, July's gonna be trying to overtake Galley.
Like this. You should
I
not
mean,
be able to do
it's
something
not.
like this.
It's probably not in the rulebook, so it's legal. Drilla has already overtaken Galley. So in the meantime, at this stage of the race, Drilla is your provisional race leader after the pit stop, of course, from DCN and Leo. Leo has a DRS. At this point, honestly, Goyo should just give up because he's towing Drilla with him. As Leo tries to go up the side of DC, DC shuts the door down, and DC is still in the lead. No, but seriously, Goyo should just stop it. Not because it's for us we think that it's you know, illegal or whatever, but because he was literally towing Drilla. Drilla can just now look at these 2, 3, but really 2, fighting it out, while just sitting back behind, saving ERS, saving tires, and
yeah,
not
he needs
really
to save some ERS quickly.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't need to risk it really, but he's using ERS. He's maybe trying to go for a move on Leo.
Not here, yeah. I wouldn't.
No. Oh, there's contact between Vampy and Galley at the back. Well, there's a lot of contact between them, but Vampy.
Good for Drilla. That's really good for Drilla.
Oh no, that's. I know that's good. Okay, so.
Did you think that was Leo?
No, I thought that was DC.
Oh, you thought that was DC?
Yeah. DC is probably gonna go now, drop down to P3 as Leo has a DRS. Drilla has the DRS as well. No, it's not gonna be 3 wide. DC only. Oh, there's contact between them. There's even more contact between them, and Drilla goes into the lead. DC goes off track. DC still off track. Throws down places down to P4. Drops down just out of Galley.
My go!
JCM has retired in the pits, but this is an absolute dreamer for Drilla. I don't know what the hell were Leo and DC doing there, but this is definitely has paid out for Drilla, and he's in the lead, officially in the lead, leading the Grand Prix, and as well, drivers behind. The closest to him that can go until the end of the race is bloody Jono in P7 because Leo has to pit for a mandatory pit stop. Vampy ain't gonna go on those hards until the end of the race. DC mandatory pit stop, Galley mandatory pit stop. Chimp ain't no way he's managing those mediums to the end, or if he is, those mediums are gonna be shot. Jono is literally the next car behind him to go until the end of the race. Then it's Matt, and then it's his teammate Wave on the next car who can go until the end of the race. So technically the top 3, those who can go out until the end of the race, are Drilla, Jono, and Wave. What is this top 3? When we would really think that it's gonna be DC, F1 Kid, and Seb. It's, I don't know if any of you have been watching WC, but it's absolute madness there as well. Basically, imagine this, that an F2 car is in the top 3 amongst F1 cars. Imagine this. And as well, like some mid drivers are in the first and second, and then all the top drivers have, I don't know, they are in the P7, P9 area or whatever they are.
No, man, you can't say that. No, because it's not like Driller. The gap between like Sezoy and them to bottom midfield F1 is not like it's like F1 to F2. Like that's a bit far. Come on.
No, I said like F2, like what's happening in WRC. If no one of you has watched it, as Gali is now dropping down to P9, dropping down to P10, just not having any pace on those mediums really. Hanging around the outside of Trent into turn 4, but just can't really do anything on those mediums anymore. Trying to send it on Trent into turn 5. Is he gonna make it? Well, he leaves space for Trent. Trent is still gonna be there on the outside, but Gali has made it stick. Trent isn't gonna go up the inside, so Gali has made the mistake into P9, but Trent is gonna try and send it into turn 10. And he's gonna send it, but he hasn't committed to it, and now he's at risk of getting overtaken by Chesney. But Chesney didn't get the grace of exits, and yeah. Drilla, right behind him, there's Leo, but still, Leo has to do a pit stop. Hevampi has gone into the pit, so DC should lose the DRS on the next straight, as Leo takes back the lead on turn 1, on lap 18. But like I said, still mandatory pit stop. The top 3
in about they're boxing lap 19 either way. I know this for a fact. Well, I don't know it for a fact, but that's the strategy. They're going hard medium, so lap 19.
Yeah, DC is just about within the DRS of Drilla, which is very good for DC because he needs to keep up with Leo, or maybe he can go as well for the undercuts on Leo, because Leo isn't going to have the DRS, so you're going to nicely do an undercut if he wants to, of course. I don't think yet, though. Maybe, actually, to be fair, on this lap it won't be too bad either.
Oh, no,
and there is Goya. Here we go again. The another installation of this. Leo is gonna get the DRS off of Goya.
This is not fair, man. It's not fair on like the people behind.
They are in the grey area, I guess. They are in the grey area.
I'm gonna talk to Jenga Boy. I'm gonna talk to Jenga Boy. This should not be allowed.
Yeah, after this race, because
yeah.
I don't think in any sort of league it's a rule that you can't do this in almost any. There are maybe a few instances, but not maybe in PSGL or WR or some of the high tier and that. But in others, I don't think there is really a specific rule that you can't do this. Which, well, if they're in the grey area, then they can implement that rule after this race. So still, for this race, this is legal. But after whatever Yengaboy and I don't know, FIA is gonna maybe determine is going to be the decision. Is it going to be allowed or not allowed? Although to be fair, if it's going to be allowed, then everyone is going to be, well, not really everyone, but they're going to be exploiting this.
They should be boxing this lap anyway, so Drilla's going to get
yeah, Leo is going to pick, yes, he is going to box, as well as DC. None of them get compromised on that bump, so both of them pit. Drilla has taken the race lead, and
I guarantee
yeah, go on.
I guarantee Goya's gonna abide by blue flags now. I guarantee it. Well,
no, he's just gonna go. No, he's not gonna obey to blue flags because he's just gonna pull out from Drill. Honestly, he has the fresh sauce.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's on Yeah, he's on soft. Ah, God, God, God. I don't like this.
Okay, Leo and DC. Oh, well, Goya decided to spin it on the exit of turn 4. Weirdly enough, and the top 3 is just madness. Drilla, Chimp, Jono. What?
Oh, no disrespect to Jono, but if he gets this podium, none of us like. To be fair to him, I would go on Valley right as well. But you just know he's going to be in the general chat or you know whatever, being like, "Let's go,
Halifax, let's go."
Podium in F1, let's go."
I mean,
You know,
everyone would do that, even you.
yeah. To be fair, though, what I mean, my usual problem with that is usually he has a lot of incidents, like to get to where he is. But this time, I don't think he's caused any trouble. So I'll be fair to him, and if he is going to brag about it, that's fair because he hasn't caused any issues. So good on Jono. Good on Jono.
Acer Matt in the pits, as well as Younger Boy. Still confused, surprised that Sir Nikolai and Gali are still out there on their mediums. They're the longest drivers to be on a singular tire in the pits. And they're on the mediums, which is quite crazy. They're probably going on the softs, really stretching these mediums out, and holding up the cars behind, of course, that they have. Well, Sir Nikolai doesn't have anyone, but you know, Gali has Trent, Chesney, and soon to be F1 Kid. As Wave has overtaken Jono. Jono has spun. Jono problems on the exit of turn 8. Shoves down to P7, and he's good. And has bottled P3, potential P3, of course.
God, no.
Can this really be a Ferrari 1-2 in Spain? Can this really be a Ferrari 1-2? They've all like every single weekend they have showed great pace in quali. Gali goes into the pits. They've always showed good pace in quali.
Heartbreaking.
But then
heartbreaking to Jono, man. God, you know.
Yeah, it is, but it's racing, it's life. You can't do. You just have to deal with it. But honestly, Wave was also gonna bottle it there. Sector 3, that's Goya still. But I mean, honestly, like to get a 1-2 here in Spain was the beginning of the season wasn't great. They had good quali, but the race just didn't go in their way, and then slowly but surely it had improved, but still wasn't great. And with 11 laps to go, Chimp to the end of the race isn't gonna have great pace. They can actually go 1-2 in here. They have a real possibility on their hands. Drilla just needs to make sure he's just staying there, great pace, do not bin it, he's gonna be fine. And Wave, he needs to catch up to Chimp, but he doesn't need to really rush it. Trent is gonna have the DRS on him, so he really needs to watch out for that. But other than that, he just needs to catch up. As Chesney Rizz goes into the pits, from DC up to P8. Meanwhile, Leo is down in P10, so DC is actually a better driver in terms of, well, you could say, going through traffic. Although, how much ERS does Leo have? He has 29%, almost 30%. DC has almost 0, or in the 10s, in the 10%. So, well, DC has overtaken Leo, but still, DC is out of Leo.
Just to cut in quickly, the chat, well, just TLW, whatever, just wants you to show the gap to leader for like a couple seconds.
There you go. You happy? You happy there?
Is he happy? You better screenshot it, man. It's going. It's going. Okay.
Now it's going.
So, yeah, it's gone.
Yeah, now it's yeah. Wave isn't really catching up to Chimp. Jono hasn't kept up with Trent. F1 Kid is now.
Box.
Oh, and now it is. So now it is a real possibility for Ferrari to be on 1-2. I mean, a win is there in a high possibility. Trent is gaining on Wave though into turn 1, but he backs out of it. Wave still keeps P2. It looks like Trent has better pace than Wave. at the moment. Of course, behind them, there's DC and Leo catching, because they're on the fresher and better tires that are called mediums compared to the drivers who are on the hards. Again, oh Jesus Christ, DC is already 11.3 seconds to Drilla. I mean, if not the win, with 9 laps to go, if not the win for Drilla, it is going to be still a podium. If he doesn't bowl it, of course, it is going to be a very high scoring position for him. F1 Kid, if he gets overtaken by DC and Leo, and then maybe by Vampy, oh, it's going to be getting quite interesting in the championship, because, well, if F1 Kid overtakes Jono, and then DC and Leo overtake him, DC is going to take the win. F1 Kid is going to be in P6, then he, to the next round, he's still going to be mathematically in the contention for the championship, as he does overtake Jono on the main straight, as well as Trent into turn 1 on Wave, and Wave drops down to P3, Trent up to P2, and although they're still battling out, Trent defending the inside, Wave maybe looking for an outside, now to the inside of turn 4, and now on the outside of turn 5, he's still looking for a move. Oh, Trent a little bit lost it on the braking, and Wave is back up to P2. Out of turn 5, yeah, sector 1, that's jammy spun, or just causing yellow flags. The gap, DC 9 seconds, 9.2 seconds to Drilla. The gaps are melting like butter on a high heated pan. If it made any sense. DC is already right behind Jono. Jono has no ERS. Leo has caught up to DC. DC has the DRS on Jono. Jono is gonna have the DRS, but DC is gonna easily pass him. Jono isn't gonna fight it. Although Mayer may be stuck behind Jono through the sector 1, which benefits DC. Although Leo should get him into turn 4 on the inside, he's gonna get him easily, and into turn 4 on the inside, has made the move done, so hasn't lost too much time, because DC has in front of him his championship rival, F1 Kid, who he really needs to outscore massively in this race, and as well not let Leo to overtake him. The ERS, neither DC or Leo have that much ERS, so they're in the same boat. DC is gonna try and go around the outside of F1 Kid into turn 10. He's gonna surely make it stick. F1 Kid doesn't even fight it. Leo is gonna lose slightly bit of time in here, although he just shouldn't really lost too much. Although F1 Kid is gonna have the DRS as well. Oh my god, DC almost lost it on the exit of turn 12, which would have benefited F1 Kid and Leo so much. Oh, Leo touched F1 Kid in turn 14, the final corner. This could have really shaken up the championship if F1 Kid would have spun, but they're still going side by side, Leo and F1 Kid, and into turn 1, Leo and F1 Kid, they're still side by side. There's a little bit of contact between them, but Leo is ahead. In the meantime, DC, Wave and Trent are fighting for P2, P3 and P4, and DC is ahead of Trent going into turn 4. DC a little bit sliding, but now into turn 5 is gonna send in a Wave into turn 5 on the inside, and he should get him on the exit. Yes, he does a little bit of contact, but also only slightly. Leo has to really overtake both Trent and Wave in the following corners if he wants to keep up with DC. DC of course doesn't have the DRS, so he won't really go away that much, but Leo really needs to make a move on Trent around the outside of turn 12, which he's gonna do. He's gonna finalize it around the outside of turn 12. He has better grip, better pace, and he is up to P4. Wave is gonna gain a little bit of time on DC. Of course, Leo isn't gonna have the easiest of times to overtake Wave because he has a DRS. Both Leo and Wave have the DRS, and Trent as well is attacking Leo. He's on the inside, but Leo has the outside. He's gonna send it, and has better tires, so he's back up to P4. Gali overtakes Matt into turn 1. There's a little fighting between Gali, Matt, and Chimp, but Gali is ahead of Ace or Matt. Vampy just chilling in P8. Really, the same with well, I wouldn't really say Drilla chilling in P1 because he's really stressing out in here. He's looking at that gap. It's shrinking, but it's really dependent on how fast is it shrinking. Wave doesn't have the DRS anymore on Leo. Wave doesn't have the DRS on DC. Wave almost lost it on the exit of turn 9. Leo isn't gonna send it yet into turn 10. He's gonna probably send it into turn 1. He probably wants the DRS, which, well, he's gonna gain time on DC. But really, like this, he's losing time. Chimp drops down to P11. He loses time on DC like this, slightly bit. DC starting lap 29 out of 33. DC 5.6 seconds behind Drilla. Drilla is absolutely sweating his ass in here to get this W, as well as DC trying to get this W because he wants the championship. He wants the championship. He needs the championship. He absolutely needs it. Who has the fastest lap though? It's DC. He's gonna score 29 points. 26 was 17, then 21, then 26 minus 6. It is gonna be 20 points. Need 21. I mean, pretty much it's gonna be only 1 point, which, well, to be fair, really mathematically, F1 Kid is still in there. But honestly, DC would need to score 1 point, and that's pretty much it. Honestly, but still, the win isn't confirmed because the gap isn't shrinking as DC would probably like. Lap 30 out of 33, gap down to 4.6 seconds. It is not looking like DC is gonna get Drilla.
I just want to say, you're not. If you're Cesar, you really can't complain about. Oh, I didn't win the championship here. I mean, if he didn't like choose to start last in the sprint, he would have probably got the win, I think, and he wouldn't have been stuck behind the Mercedes with the the whatever that DRS game they were playing. He could have built up like he could have made so much more time there. I reckon if he just didn't choose to start from the back, that's his own choice, really.
Yeah. But I want him to win it here.
The pace here from Cesar, he has to be more than a second a lap to win. I don't know if that's gonna happen. So unless Drilla spins, which God forbid, I think Drilla has it. And speaking of, if it's the last lap and he's leading, like the last corner, I want to be the one to say, and Drilla wins the Spanish Grand Prix.
Sure.
Oh, that would be scenes.
Sure, but again, still, the gap isn't going down as DC would like. It is 3.9 seconds. It's about a second lap, which puts Drilla in a beautiful position because with 1 second a lap, on the final lap, it is going to be 1.9 seconds between Drilla and DC. Behind, Wave and Trent are still fighting for P4, as well as Jonah and Vampy and Ace Armata and Gali. Imagine if F1 Kid would actually spin, then, well, to be fair, still DC would need the win. To be fair, DC would still need the win. But yeah, it would have been just absolute scenes. Of course, not great for him. Maybe a little bit for us, but not for him. The gap between Drilla and DC not going down as he would like. He doesn't have the DRS. ERS.
Don't bottle, don't bottle, don't bottle, don't bottle, don't bottle, don't bottle, don't bottle,
bottle. No.
Oh, come on! All the time you pray, like, come on! And by the way, I want to say, if Drilla wins this race, I do not want to hear from you. There's a few more drivers. They had better drives. No, if Drilla wins this race, I need you to be like, oh yeah, no, he gets driver of the day for sure. Because, like, come on, what more? What more do you want?
DC from P20 to P2.
No, no, no,
Yes.
no, no. He bought. No.
Yes. Yes.
No, you need to pinky swear. If Driller wins this race, you back him for driver of the day.
No.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
What do you want him to do, man? Do you want him to like win? Do you want him to get a grand slam?
No,
Is that the part?
No, but
Go on,
DC from P20 to P2, it is still a very good result, and as well what he has been doing in the starts, it's like alien-like, no?
I better not hear from Driller after this race. I'm gonna get reported. That would be such a heartbreak. That would be such a heartbreak, honestly.
Yeah, on the final lap, you wanna say this whole thing?
No, I don't think I can do the whole thing. You just go
can.
until the last two corners.
Yeah, you
Are
can.
you sure?
Yeah, you can.
Alright, well,
on.
I mean, you need, no way, unless Driller spins, there's nothing Sezoi can do. So going to like what, who else is, what big moves are there to be looked at here?
I mean, they're
Literally
still fighting between Galley, who?
Oh. Yeah, well,
Spawn.
going into that second DRS straight, I mean, the amount he must be sweating right now, unreal. Keeping it clean. Do not spin. As we get another retirement, I don't think it will be a safety car though. I mean, you know, maybe a red flag. Who knows? But heading into the final last two corners, he must be feeling so good right now. Like, and he wins. Brilliant. Fucking hell, go on, Driller, bro. I back Driller for driver of the day supremely.
I mean, a very good, deserved win for Drilla. Kept his head clean, driving clean, and strategic masterpiece as well to stay out to pits as well. You must admit he was a little bit lucky with that safety car, that it benefited the medium runners, but it didn't benefit the hard runners.
Okay, well,
You have to admit that.
I don't know what you're talking about. There was no safety car. He just did that on pure pace, in my opinion.
Of course they say that.
Speaking of, can I finish that poem?
Yeah.
With honeyed words, I'm continuing from where I left off. With honeyed words and charming guise, Reese weaves a web of cunning lies. A charlatan, a master of disguise, a wolf in sheep's clothing, to our surprise. Like a jester, Reese performs his act, but truth, like a sword, shall counter-attack. For in the realm of honour and truth, Reese is but a counterfeit, uncouth. His promises, like castles made of sand, crumble and fall with a feeble hand. His intentions veiled, his motives unclear. Beware, dear friend, for danger is near. So let us not be swayed by Reese's art, for authenticity shall never depart. In the realm of virtue, we shall abide, and expose the fraud that seeks to hide. Let's go, bro.
That's it?
Brilliant. Yeah, that is it.
Okay.
Oh, what a race.
So here are the results. Trilla P1, DC P2, Leo P3, Trent P4, Wave P5, F1 Kid P6, Jonah P7, Acermat P8, Clip P9, Yangaboy P10, Chesney P11, Vampy P12, Galley P13, Jemmy P14, Sterniclap P15, Dylan P16, Goya P17, JSCM P18, Rob P19, and then Seb P20. The championship still hasn't been finalized.
Oh God, it's been such a long time since we've seen Leclerc on that top step. Brilliant, brilliant. Let's go.
Since well, DC didn't outscore F1 Kid by 17 points, or then it was 21 points. He did outscore him in the end, but only by 6
I
points.
I don't know. This is such a heartbreak for Sezoy. He might lose the championship now. Ooh, who knows? Who knows?
No, but bro, I wanted him to win in here because I wanted to say it, you know.
Oh yeah. Oh shit. Yeah, that's the thing too. You wanted to be the one to be like, and he wins the championship. Oh,
Yeah.
unlucky.
Yeah,
Unlucky. Pundits just taking that hope away from you.
yeah. I'm going next week, so there probably will be a stream for F1, but not from me. It'll probably be with you and I don't know, Darwizi maybe.
If it's Star Warsy, it won't be me.
Why not Darwizi?
That's neither here nor there though. Let's not on the stream, not in the stream.
Okay. So yeah, the championship is still on with F1 Kid and DC only between them at this point. Really. Yeah, like you heard, I won't be next week. I will be on holiday, so I'll be in 2 weeks for round 9. Which
Absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous, Wildstorm. We need to sack you now. How dare you go on holiday? You made a commitment to this league, all right? And I think, oh god, we need Helix back. Helix would never go on holiday like this. In all seriousness, though, enjoy your holiday, man.
Yeah. Thanks. So
enjoy it.
Yeah. Yeah, thanks. Congrats to Drilon on winning his first Grand Prix of the season, and DC has now 5 races out of 7. He still can do equal the amount of race wins in a season. Yeah. No, actually break, because if he wins the final 3, then he's gonna be on 8. So he's
and he'll be on like what, 9 wins? He's on 6 wins now. If he wins the final 3, he'll be on 9 wins. So we get another person to get 9 wins in F1. It's insane. We'll have Seb, Hazy,
like
yeah.
Like in all, or
oh yeah, like in total, not just this, like in total. Like go to the vault and you can check.
Yeah, I was confused. Yeah. Like 6? What? But yeah, that makes sense. Makes a lot of sense.
Oh.
Jaldino, Seb, and then DC if he wants. Yeah, I'll be probably looking at the tickets. Holy Jesus, there are 10 of them. Oh my god. Yeah, so see you next week. Not from me. You'll hear me in 2 weeks. But yeah, next week will be Miami, and
Miami.
I don't know who will be there. We'll see. But yeah, see you.
We will.
From me in 2 weeks, but from the F1 stream in a week. So, ciao.